Hello everybody, I'm Colton and this is my second episode of my Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlocke. And on this one, I'm mostly focusing on getting ready for the gym battle against Brock, as well as just all the routes around that. So currently, I think I did like an extra battle off screen, and I got Charmander up an extra one, but as you can see here, I've literally just been grinding, which, like I said, most of the time I'm not going to show, but towards the beginning I'm doing it because it's kind of mainly what you're doing. Biggest thing I'm worried about with Brock is that I have to set up Charmander's Metal Claw pretty much, like, once he learns that, because that makes it so much easier, because right now, that is the only move that I'm really going to have, and that's what makes choosing him a little bit harder in Nuzlocke, because in the first two gyms he can kind of just be useless, but the second gym you can get counters for water types, but going into this first gym there's not really a great way for me to, except just training all my Pokemon up to the level that I can, the highest one I can, and hoping it works out. So yeah, so like currently it's just a lot of grinding and getting set up for that. Which Route 2 is kind of the best place until we go into Viridian Forest, which we're about to. And yeah, that's pretty much the main basis. Majora kind of just melts everything. He's the main I don't know, hitter here. The only thing that sucks about him is that he just has moments where he can just get I don't know, he can just get hit by a physical attack, and he's like a glass cannon, so that's expected to lower him a lot, but it sucks. Aggro got up to level 7 there. But yeah, so it's just the main thing is just planning around what we're going to have to do for Brock, because it's, honestly, even though it's the first gym, normally it's the easiest, it's kind of terrifying, just because the level cap as well, because I can't, like, over-level anybody and just wipe them. See, there, my health got really low. Which that's the thing. I've started to learn that you just have to try to play around crits as much as you can, because that is, I don't know, that's just kind of what you gotta do. This is right here where he got up to level 12. And then I headed back to Viridian to heal, which those I skip over because that's just annoying to have to watch. I know it is. So now I'm heading up here, and we're going into Viridian Forest, which we can pretty much melt through, but we also can get an encounter here. Would be really nice if we got the Pikachu, but chances are we're not. In reality, we're probably going to get a useless freaking Weedle. And that's just kind of what we have to deal with, and he's just going to be fodder, you know? But I mean, hey, whenever we have Brock, we need a clean switch anyway, so that'll help out. And then our first encounter was a freaking Kakuna, which is worse. Which is so much worse. He doesn't even have Tackle. So, you know, don't you just love having a Pokemon that only knows Harden? How great. What a great encounter. But hey, he'll just be there to die. So it's alright. He'll just exist. Because I do not want a Beedrill at all. That won't help us with any gym. Won't help us with any point in the game. It just sucks. The thing about Butterfree is it has so many status effect moves. But Beedrill's just useless. There's no reason to have one. So now I go ahead and I throw the ball at him. And we'll see if I catch him on this one. And I don't. What a waste. What a waste of me throwing these freaking Pokeballs at this dude. Does not help at all. It's so disappointing. It's just the Pikachu has such a low freaking spawn rate. It's insane. Even though it would be drastically more helpful than this, but this is just kind of what we gotta deal with. And we didn't get him again. He's giving us a run for our money. And finally, we catch him there. To put on the team as somebody we definitely won't just throw out there to switch. Because we kind of need that whenever we're in set mode, not going to lie. We just need somebody to switch out with. So we just named her B, even though she's never going to get to become a B at all. That's one thing I thought about is like, why is it a worm turning into a bee? How does that even work? Alright, so now we have the first trainer in here. Got old bug catcher Rick here. He's just going to get melted by literally any of my Pokemon. I mean, Gust is pretty much just going to wipe through all of these. Ember as well. They're both just going to pretty much wipe through Viridian Forest all the way through. He's just going to have a Caterpie. I mean, we're kind of just going to... Which we do need... I'm going to literally make sure that I go against every trainer in every section because we need the XP we can get. Seriously need it. So... And so now we're going to get ready to head up through it further. I like how they call this a quote-unquote maze, but literally you can get through it without even thinking. Like, I don't know why they call it a maze. There isn't even a point. I know this is a game literally meant for kids, but come on. So, now we got Doug, which, again, they all are just going to have Weedles and Kakunas, and it's just going to kind of be this non-stop for a little bit. So I'm sorry that you're watching this, guys. Like, I'm sorry. It's just I wanted to include footage that I could talk over. One thing I will say is Pidgey is a nice Pokemon to have in these at the beginning. But honestly, towards the end of the game, I'm hoping that we can switch them out because honestly, they're not meant to keep around. Because, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, like, in reality, there's other Pokemon that could cover the flying part, and also their defense is so terrible. Like, their defense just isn't worth keeping around, especially if we're actually going to plan for the Elite Four and everything. And so, I don't really know how long they're going to stay on the team, but as long as I need them, I guess. So now we just keep moving throughout. Pick up a little item here, which, like I said, I mean, I'm not allowed to use items in battle, so if I do pick up any of those, I just sell them and buy, like, extra Pokeballs or just potions I can use outside of battle. Like, for certain situations that we're probably going to have to face, like SS Hand, which honestly to me is probably one of the most terrifying parts because you're just stuck. So again, just Caterpies, Weedles, Kakunas, so on. We're just going to keep melting through them. And we're also going to try to train Remy up so he can get Hyper Fang, because honestly that's a big thing to have. And in Brock's gym as well, the Geodude does not have a rock type move, so we can perfectly go in with Charmander against that and do the Metal Claw. And my process of thinking is, I'm hoping we plan it out correctly, is going to Remy at a higher level. He can hit him with a good bit of Tail Whips, can hit the Onix with a good bit of Tail Whips, and then we go in with the Metal Claw and try to finish it off. But I don't really know if that's going to work. And if we wipe on the first gym, I'm going to be disappointed. So right here, you can see me with Remy out here, boxing, trying to get him some XP, because he needs it. Also, the one thing I want to explain is, like, I'm doing this game because, one, I haven't played it that much, so I thought it'd be, like, a fun experience to do, but two, it's supposed to be an easier game to Nuzlocke, so I feel like it's a good one for, like, my first real hardcore Nuzlocke to do, and it can help me. actually try to get better at these things. And so now you know, cutting through here, we go up against another trainer. Did you know that Pokemon evolve? Not, I just, the dialogues in these games, sometimes. I know they're supposed to be like, tutorial for a child, but come on. So he only knows Harden. And see, I was just going to be like, okay, I'm going to let Remy get all the experience. It is not enough experience to be worth it for me to just sit here and spam tackle, so I'm just going to Majora and having him just burn it to cinders. Because the XP is not worth sitting here for, 25 minutes battling this thing. So now we're just going to melt through his team. Just wiping with a whole bunch of embers. Another Metapod with just Harden. How great. And here we get Majora up to level 13, which is huge for us because he gets Metal Claw, which is exactly what we need. Literally going to be the best move that we have, so that's the best we're going to get. So now we're going to the last stint of the forest here. You can see that there's that one trainer we're going to have to face after this. We're going to have to face at the end, which again is just going to be another one we melt through. And Remy here is going to get up to level 6, which is huge. All these little victories, I'm telling you guys, these little victories we got. We got to keep getting them. One thing that is also big for this playthrough is not missing out on encounters, because there's some that come at really hard times that we need to get them. You see, Remy almost died there. That would have been bad. So we take out Caterpie, and Remy gets up to level 6. Little freaking rat. And so now we're going down the last pathway where we fight this guy right here. Another bug catcher. He's about to get floored. So we switch out obviously because Remy's about to die and we don't want to lose him already. We send out Majora. Hits me with a poison sting, which isn't too fun. And then we just melt him. Which, like I said, we can get Majora up to level 14 before the gym battle. And once we're in the gym battle, we can, if we level up during the battle, that's fine. But the highest we can get is 14 for all of them. So I went around and talked to these NPCs, make sure I wasn't missing an item or anything, because I honestly would not know. So I wanted to go ahead and do that. But they just tell you goofy stuff that you already know. So we go up, and this is still Route 2, so we don't get an encounter. And we've made it to Pewter City, which is where, our gym we're going to have to face is. But there's going to be a lot of grinding here that I'm going to have to do. So most of it I'm probably just going to cut out so you don't have to sit here and literally watch me just, killing Pidgeys and Rattatas for an hour and a half. Or however long it took. However long it takes. There's no reason for you to have to watch it. In any instance, in any of these parts. I'll insert some of it, like showing like key levels we get up to. But as for just all of it, no. There's no reason for you to have to watch that. Now, at some point I may do like streams one day. And so obviously you'd be watching them then. But other than that, I don't want y'all to have to sit there and literally just watch that. Because I know that's not fun. So I went over here and talked to NPCs more. Make sure I wasn't missing anything or any item or TM or anything that could help us out. And I'm sure not. I lied to that guy. And we can't go to that route over there because that guy will just drag us back to the gym. So I'm going to go ahead and start grinding pretty much. So right here, we get Remy up to level 7. Which, like I said, little victories. But he's got a lot more to go. We're getting him up at least to the point that he has Hyper Fang. But honestly, if we go up higher than that, that'll help us out a lot. Alright, we're doing our last little... Alright, let's see here. Yeah, see, this is the worst part. They're all like level 2. So now he has Quick Attack, which is nice. And we can pretty much just wipe. And then he got crit, which was terrifying. Very scary. Very scary every time. But we took it out. So now I go back to heal. Which, like I said, most of the time I won't include where I go back to heal. But right here, I'm just giving myself footage to talk over. Pretty much. But there's going to be a lot of planning I'm going to have to do throughout this. Especially for a later encounter that I really want to get before a gym. Because we're going to need it. We have no type advantages at the moment against these gyms. So, you know, I go back to grinding and everything. And as I go through, get another rat-a-tat to the face. How fun. Remy's fam. I don't know why they're not in Paris, but they're here. So I hit him with a couple quick attacks. Critical hit him, take him out. Get some XP. So here we have Remy almost, he's about to get up to level 9. And I throw Majora in to switch out so he can get up to level 9. But, and one thing that I was trying to take into account is Majora's been, and all of them, have been leveling up on Ratatatas and Pidgeys, which are supposed to give me speed EVs. So that should help for the gym. But I'm not 100% sure if it'll be enough. Because the problem with Onyx is that it has Rock Tomb. So it can hit me with a, you know, if it lowers my speed, then I'm screwed. Like, there's no way. Unless I can set up enough tail whips and everything to do it. So Remy goes out again. Hit it with a quick attack. Which now he's getting a good bit stronger, so he's making it where it's a lot easier to grind instead of just, you know, having to sit there swapping out. Which that is to me the worst part in this game, especially, you know, I'm doing it on set mode, so I can't just like defeat a Pokemon. So if I'm doing it in battle, it's definitely the worst, like in a trainer battle. But in these, it can just be irritating because he doesn't gain all that much XP. But it's what you gotta do. What you gotta do at the beginning. But once you get them to where they actually have like stab moves, it's over. It's over for him, even though it still can take a long time. So now we skip ahead here. And Majora is getting up to level 14. Which is huge, but also the limit that he can get to for this part of the game. And we have aggro at 12 and Remy at 9. Thing is, we can't send aggro out at all against the gym, so it's mainly just going to be Remy and Majora as our attackers here. Start hitting him with more quick attacks and everything. Just wiped it out in one hit. Remy's cooking. So now I head back to the Pokemon Center here to go heal again. Which, like I said, in the next few, you know, like once I get farther on, I'm probably going to do this, like showing this less, but it's just to give me time to explain my thoughts and everything. And also to get better at talking on these, it gives me experience here. So now I put Majora up front. And I'm deciding to go ahead and do the trainer gym battles. which I'm pretty sure there's only one of, but it's still a lot of XP that I don't want to miss out on. So I go up here and I do it, and I like how he's like, I'm gonna stop you from getting to Brock. Like, no, you're not, bro. So he sends out Geodude. We send out Majora. We're gonna go ahead and hit him with a Metal Claw. Just test that out here, which, as you can see, it does half health, which is pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good. Especially if they use Defense Curl, because they don't have a rock move, so they can't hit me with anything that's super effective. So I guess the AI just is like, oh, okay, well, we're just gonna raise our defense up, even though we're gonna still get wiped after one hit. Um, so now we're going up here. They sent out a Sandshrew, which in this game is weird to me, because I just didn't process originally that they were like rock and ground. For some reason, I thought they were only ground, but no, they're rock and ground, which they're literally like sandstone. So I should have known that. So I hit it with a Metal Claw. Doesn't really do anything. And so finally, I just hit it with Ember, and since he's such a strong special attacker, Majora just nails him. It sits there and spams me with Sand Attack, which is a lot of fun. Which that can just get so annoying. I'm gonna stay away from doing that to any trainers or Pokemon because I just find it, I don't know, lame. So I'm just trying to avoid it. So now I leave the gym and I go back out for more grinding for Remy because clearly we're gonna need it more at the moment. Since we didn't do amazing in that battle, but also it's gonna be Brock's gonna be a lot tougher. So now we go head down to Route 2 again to go ahead and grind some more. And so now we go around. I have a level 4 here to fight. Go ahead and hit him with a quick attack. Bang up. But yeah, so whenever he gets Hyper Fang, that's huge. Even though that doesn't, it doesn't help a whole lot because it doesn't do that much damage to any of the Pokemon in the gym. It just does more than Tackle would do, so, and we need anything we can get it. Does more than Tackle and Quick Attack. But the main thing we're using him for is definitely going to be his Tail Whip. So now we're just sitting here, just grinding. And we got him up right to level 13. But we have just a little more to go. And now he's level 14, which is the highest we can get him. And so now we can make our final push. So now we go up here. And we're going to put Majora as the lead. Because that's our best bet. So you're here, I'm Brock. Whatever. I don't know why he has to say that, bro. Like, if you just read the text, it sounds awful. So now we go ahead. We have our first gym battle. Gym leader battle, I should say. So now we're going to hit him with a Metal Claw, exactly as planned. And I have his XP set up to where he goes up to level 15 after this one. So he raises his defense. Hit him with a Metal Claw right here. So all it should take is one or two more. As he sits here and spams defense curls. And it takes him out with a crit, which is huge. No damage taken on Majora here. And he goes up to 38 health at level 15. And so now we're going to go ahead and swap him out. We're going to throw B out there. Being the fodder that he should be. Getting ready to get annihilated. And so he was going to use Rock Tomb on Charmander, which would have wiped him. So now B's dead from Rock Tomb, which we don't care. We love that. Goodbye. You're going in the death box. First death of the entire thing. And so now we send Remy out. Who is a huge guy to have in this. So we lower his defense with Tail Whip. Hits us with Rock Tomb. Which isn't too nice. Remy's speed is falling. Hits us with Tackle, does 5 damage, but we hit him with another Tail Whip. And then we hit him with another Tail Whip as well. 3 Tail Whips in. So hopefully the defense can be low enough for us. But we're going to go ahead and hit him with a quick attack because we can't just switch out to Charmander. And Remy, this would hurt. This one hurt right here. He did what he had to do. I traded him up for like an hour just to get him to do what he had to do. And Majora comes in with the Metal Claw. Gets him down very low. He uses Rock Tomb, which hits us pretty hard. 17 damage. I don't know if that was a low or high roll, but we're hoping it's not too bad. But it used Bind for some reason. I have no idea why. And we hit it with Metal Claw. And that's all it took. The Metal Claw strat was too good. So Majora gets up to level 16. And we get the badge. Our first gym leader done. And we had 2 deaths. But they were 2 deaths not in vain. Both came applicable. I really only feel bad about Remy, but I did not care about B. They were just there. And we can use Flash outside of battle. Which we haven't gotten yet. And Majora is evolving level 16. And is evolving into Charmeleon. Which is definitely a nice thing to have. Which the next level cap is 21. So we have a decent bit of wiggle room for everybody. But we just defeated a rock type gym and the next one's a water type gym. So we still have like the problem of our starter being weak against it. But anyways, we got our first gym badge. And we're starting off the Nuzlocke good. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video. And I hope this one was at least a little better than the last one. Like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all for the next video. Bye guys.